Hello, Professor Milani. Our group project is Knowledge Management and Application in Broadway Sales Department. First, let me introduce the background of Broadway and knowledge management. Broadway is a very famous electrical chain store which is established by Mr. Li Bo. In 1950s, Mr. Li Bo established a camera store in Bangkok. In 1970s, as cameras and other camera equipment grew in popularity, Mr. Li's store was becoming an exclusive shop of cameras. In 1975, Mr. Li established the first Broadway. After that, Broadway changed rapidly, which became more and more diverse. Broadway began to extend its business due to electronic products would be used widely, and now Broadway has become one of the large-scale electronic chain stores in Hong Kong. Knowledge management is one of the most important items in business management. It is defined as structuring a knowledge system which, according to knowledge discovery, knowledge capture, knowledge sharing, and knowledge application to respond the knowledge to the system constantly, forming a circle among individuals and organizations. And this paper talks about knowledge management in sales department of Broadway in Hong Kong. And next part is KM assessment. First is qualitative assessment. We investigate KM in sales department of Broadway and structure a model of knowledge management assessment which showing like a house. The roof of this house is innovation, which is the objective of knowledge management. In the middle, those three parts of is the most important part in KM, including develop the knowledge database, promote employees to acquire knowledge, manage the knowledge property, and build an internal network in Broadway. And the foundation of this house is the environment of Broadway, which is KM based on. According to this, we formulate the content of KM assessment according to interview some executives and academicians in order to make the content more authoritative. And according to the content of KM assessment, we formulate a questionnaire which lists each item separately. And there are 1 to 5 scores, which 1 means the worst performance and 5 means the best performance. And finally, we got some results. And according to this score, we found that Broadway do well in enterprise environment and creates knowledge property. By interviewing employees and executives, we found Broadway has its own IT department to integrate knowledge and it has its own internal network to share knowledge. But Broadway has some shortage in training new employees and they have no measures to convert tacit knowledge to explicit knowledge.
By doing some research in Broadway's sales department, the evaluating results of the extent of utilizing KM processes are shown in follows. There are 4 dimensions and many illustrative measures of in each dimension. And we show the illustrative measures in our report. I didn't want to say some details in here. From the illustrative measures information, we can know that the sales department of Broadway is a smaller organization that pursues a low-cost business strategy and faces a low level of environment uncertainty. The tasks in sales department are lowly uncertainty and highly interdependence. And by constructing the picture of appropriate circumstance for various KM process, the assessment result of sales department can be calculated and shown in the follow screen. From the result, we can find that the process of socialization for knowledge sharing gets a highest score. And now we provide some recommendations to the sales department. The Broadway sales department should focus its knowledge management efforts primarily on internalization for knowledge sharing and externalization for knowledge capture. Establish and use of knowledge management tools to support externalization and communities of practice to support socialization. And the next part is about assessment of knowledge. By doing the interview to the sales department leader, we identify that the following 6 areas of salesman's selling knowledge can contribute to the organization's sales department sales performance. In order to evaluate the contributed extent of each knowledge area, our group make questionnaires and distribute them to the employees. These 6 knowledge areas were listed on the questionnaires, and the employees need to determine the degree of conscience of which knowledge could contribute to the department by giving marks to each knowledge. And the mark range was 1 to 5. 1 equal to strongly disagree, and 5 equal to strongly agree. After finished the investigation, we collected the questionnaires and calculated the marks of each knowledge area and obtained results, which shows in the following table. And the table shows that knowledge of communication skills gets the highest mean score. And we can conclude that the knowledge of communication skills, understanding the product's parameters, and the knowledge of understanding customer needs have the relative high degree of contribution to the sales performance of the sales department. And then we gave another recommendation to the department. The department needs to pay more effort in establishing the employees' knowledge training system to allow the new employees to obtain the knowledge of communication skills easily and assist the new staff understanding the product's parameters.
Next part, we are going to talk more about the implementing a knowledge management program at Broadway. So, what factors needs to be considered? First one is the people. They represent how we increase the ability of individuals within the organizations to influence others with their knowledge. For the processes, they involve how we establish the best practice and the governance for the efficient and accurate identification, management, and dissemination of knowledge. For the technology, it addresses how we choose, configure, and utilize the tools and automations to enable the knowledge management. And for the structures, it directs how we transform organizational structures to facilitate and encourage cross-discipline awareness and expertise. And the last one is about the culture. It embodies how we establish and cultivate a knowledge-sharing, knowledge-driven culture. Let's move the challenge. So we have the following challenges. The first one is inability to recognize or articulate knowledge and turning the tacit knowledge into the explicit knowledge. And we also have the geographic distance or language barriers. I can list an example like some mainland work staff from China and speaking different dialects. And for the limitation of information and communication technologies, we also have loosely defined area of the expertise and internet conflicts, such as the professional superiority. And we also have lack of incentives and all performance management goals. The last one is the poor training or mentoring programs. And we also have the cultural barriers. This is how we have always done it mentality. Okay, let's move to the roadmap for KM. Step 1. We establish knowledge management program goals. And the step 2, we prepare for change. Then step 3, define high-level process. And step 4 is to determine and prioritizes technology needs. Step 5 is assesses current state. And step 6 is to build a knowledge management implementation roadmap. Step 7, implementation. And the last step is try to measure and improve the knowledge management program. Here is the application of the KM techniques, KM tools. The Tiki can be used to create all kinds of the web applications, sites, portals, knowledge base, intranets, and extranets. It is actively developed by a large international community from all over the world. And here we got some advantage of the ticket. And the file size is only about 37 ability MB, and we also full feature web-based and multilingual 40 more than 40 languages. You can use this in Turkey, and it is tightly integrated, all in one. The wiki plus CMS plus groupware, and we also have the free open sources software like GNU and LGPL. And we can also using the PHP, MySQL, Zen framework, jQuery, and Smarty. The last one, let's talk about the last one. The next one, let's talk about the makeover after applying Tiki at Broadway. First, we have the use account creation, event calendar, reminder of the promotion, FAQ, new products, search function, services suggestion, form, community support, document sharing integrates with the knowledge transfer. And we will give you the example. The first one, I will give you the example of the user accounts creation. When we create user account, we can use the exist stuff accounts from the existing server. The use of the LDAP here is time saving, and we can make use of existing user accounts. And it is helpful for part-time staff that does not need to access long-term information from management. And the second example is about the event calendar. It is a better knowledge management system to provide a better overview of what will happen next. So, a monthly overview of the staff training will be helpful, and the time and venue and also can be entered. For the form and community support, it is easy to manage the communication of all staff when we can have an internal channel for the whole organization. We can build a community inside the key, and it serves the purpose well. The navigation super easy for new staff to adapt, and a form where everyone can have a say. In this way of the online communication, staff can help each other out. Their technology sharing is easier via form, community on Tiki. For example, the what is the new in the company? Let's see the homepage first, and you can see some words here. This is the first Broadway video advertised on TV. Please click in to start your career here. Actually, here you can list some PDF. For example, some like the pre-sales document, on sales document or after sales document to help the uh, working staffs to improve their sales skills here. And also you can put some uh, document management and the governance document here, and we insert a video, and the video is about the advertisement of Broadway, and let's look at here first. um, it's very excellent advertising. Okay, we need to click stop. And you can see there are some events to be shown on the main page to remind the staffs there are different activities that they can join. So for example, we have the Broadway's welcome day, so for the new staffs, and we can read more here. There will be show some location and the training time, and also we can have some training tutorial online. And let's see the products. The products will list the latest products. For example, like in the recent days, the iPhone 6s and the Samsung Galaxy S6. Uh, the products will come to our store from the manufacturer. So in order to make the employees to know more about our products parameters, once they get the products parameters in their mind, so they can to promote their sales to the customer, to our customer. And here you can see the products. It will be shows like a Samsung S6, the network is the technology GSM, and blah blah blah, like so on. And this is all the parameters about their products. Also, you when you move use the mouse to over that product, and you can preview the products screaming. And this is another types for you to display the products when you click it. iPhone 6. And we also have the service. The service is to tell you how to serve the people well, and it will be tell you the procedure, the mainly procedure to how to um, serve our customer royally, and let them satisfy our service experience. And here is more about our basic information about our company. And we got some retail information for different maybe different department for the different sales workers. uh, if you got any questions, actually you can here is the frequency ask questions, and we will list some very frequently questions here. And if it cannot still solve your problems, so you can send a message to us. Okay, here is the message to send to us. And because the admin's address is here, so all the message you send is automatically sent to this address. Here we can see the calendar. The calendar will tell you what kinds of event that you need to do. And for example, on the December 1st, you need to visit the retail stores in Hong Kong, and it will remind you before 3 days, and the email information will be sent to your email address. You can edit, and you can also admit calendars. This is the pre-sales training calendars. Okay, now let's see the form. And actually, you can build the form here, and the form, it is used for us to communicate with different workers, and they can show some opinions here. Okay, let's see the admin. Now we try to look at some users in our system. For example, there are only 3 users in the Broadway knowledge management system, but here you can see there are 2 roles. One is the admins, the second one is the register. For those registered, they are only the visitor or the people who have the authority to log in but cannot change something. But only admin can post something on the website and make some change on it. And also the visitor or the register, the new register, they can post some message informations or sharing on the form, mainly on the form. If you want to put something and in your own blog's form, it will be okay. If you want to know more about our system, please come to find us. And all the features we will be still enhanced on to fulfill all the features that the Broadways can help the Broadways to be more and more strongest in training the working staffs, and hope that this website can make them integrated, make all the retail stores integrated, and all the department, all the working staffs integrated together. Thank you so much.